My name is Kevin. Today is Saturday and I have a new mission. My mom asks me to go to the supermarket. She gives me a shopping list, but her handwriting is so difficult to read. The paper looks full of small letters and some words look strange to me. At first, I think this will be easy. I always see people shop at the supermarket. They walk, they choose, they pay. Simple, right? I say to myself, Kevin, you can do this. I take the list and the bag for the groceries. I feel a little excited, but when I look at the first item on the list, I feel confused. It says, bitter melon. I read it again. Is that bitter melon or better melon? I have no idea. I try to remember if we have ever bought bitter melon before. I go to the kitchen and ask Mom, what is bitter melon? She laughs and says, you ate it last week, remember? It's green and very bitter. Now I remember. It tasted really strange, but Mom says it is healthy. I hope I can find it at the store. The next item on the list is also hard to read. Is it sauce or space? I know it can't be space. I laugh at my own thought. The words look like they are dancing on the paper. Maybe I need a magnifying glass to read them. I get ready to go out. I put on my shoes and take some money. Don't forget the shopping list. Mom shouts from the living room. I almost leave it on the table. Good thing she reminds me. I check my pocket to make sure I have everything. The walk to the supermarket is not far. On the way, I keep looking at the list, trying to guess the words. I feel nervous but also excited. Shopping alone sounds fun, but I hope I do not make any big mistakes. What if I buy the wrong things? When I reach the supermarket, I see many people going in and out. Some have big shopping carts, others just use baskets. I stop for a moment and take a deep breath. This is my first time shopping alone for the family. I want to do it well. I walk through the glass doors. The supermarket is bright and cold. I hear music playing. The floor is shiny and the lights are strong. There are so many shelves and signs everywhere. I feel a little lost already, but I try to act confident. I tell myself, you can do it, Kevin. I take a shopping cart and start to walk slowly. I look at the shopping list again. The first challenge, find bitter melon. I hope I can read all the items. Have you ever tried to read your parents' handwriting? Sometimes, I think parents write shopping lists just to test us. The letters are always small and fast, and some words look like secret codes. It makes shopping feel like a big puzzle. I wonder if other people have the same problem as me. I walk to the first aisle. There are so many fruits and vegetables. I see apples, oranges, bananas, and many more. I look for something green and strange. Is that the bitter melon? I am not sure. I wish Mom was here to help me. I remember the hook. What is bitter melon? I laugh a little. I look at all the vegetables and try to find one that looks bitter. Some vegetables have funny shapes. I pick one up and read the label. It says, bitter melon, success. I put it in the cart and feel a bit proud. Shopping is not as easy as I thought. I still have many things to find, and the list is still hard to read. But at least I have found the first item. I wonder what adventure is waiting for me next. Now I move to the next aisle. I hope the rest of the shopping will be easy. But I know that the hardest part is not only finding things, but also understanding the shopping list. Supermarkets can be tricky places if you do not know what to do. Do you have a favorite aisle in the supermarket? I think I will like the snack aisle the most. But for now, I must focus on my mission. I check the list again and get ready to continue my shopping adventure. The grocery mission has just begun, and I am already learning new things. Next, I need to find the next item on the list. I hope I do not get lost in the aisles. When I enter deeper into the supermarket, I look around and realize how big this place really is. There are so many aisles and shelves, all full of different things. The signs above each aisle help, but sometimes the words are confusing or too small to read. I take my shopping cart and slowly push it between the aisles. I pass by the bread section, then the dairy products. There are people everywhere, some walking fast and others stopping to look at products for a long time. The place feels like a small city. Suddenly, I see the snack aisle. It is full of chips, cookies, and candies. My eyes become wide. I stop my cart and look at all the choices. The colors and packages are so bright. It is like a treasure chest for anyone who loves snacks. I start to feel a little hungry. The smell of fresh bread and chips makes my stomach growl. Maybe I can buy a small snack, but I remember my mom's list. I should focus on my mission. Still, I spend a few minutes looking at the snacks and dreaming. I look for the next item on my shopping list, but the supermarket is confusing. The aisles are long and look almost the same. I tried to remember which way I came, but now I am not sure. I look for the map, but it is hard to find. I stop at the end of one aisle and try to read the signs. I see drinks, canned food, and cleaning supplies. But where are the vegetables and fruits? I feel like I'm going in circles. I start to wonder if I am lost in the supermarket. I see a family with 3 children walking together. They seem to know where to go. I wish I could follow them, but I do not want to look silly. I decide to try my luck and pick a random aisle, hoping I will find what I need. I push my shopping cart slowly and look at the shelves. There are so many products, and some of them I have never seen before. Bottles, boxes, and cans are everywhere. I read the labels, but I do not see anything from my mom's list yet. The supermarket is so big. I start to feel a little tired. My legs hurt from walking, and my hands feel cold from holding the shopping cart. I take a deep breath and try not to panic. "Stay calm, Kevin," I say to myself quietly. As I walk, I remember some new words I learned today. An aisle is the long row between shelves. A shelf is where they put the products. The thing I push is called a shopping cart. Some people use baskets if they do not need many things. I look at my shopping cart. Right now, I only have the bitter melon. I need to find the other things on the list. I hope I do not get more lost. Maybe I should ask someone for help, but I am a bit shy to talk to strangers in English. I look up and see the sign snacks again. Somehow, I am back in the same aisle. I laugh at myself. Maybe this aisle is my favorite after all. What about you? Which is your favorite aisle in the supermarket? Do you like snacks, fruits, or drinks? I take another deep breath and decide to keep going. I cannot give up now. I look at my shopping list again, trying to read the next item. The handwriting is still hard to understand. Maybe I will get lucky and find it by accident. Suddenly, I hear someone say, "Excuse me." I move my cart to the side and let them pass. People here move fast and the aisles can get crowded. I try not to block the way. I look around and see some workers wearing uniforms. Maybe I can ask them later. For now, I will keep walking and looking at the shelves. Every aisle is a new adventure. I hope I do not get too lost. But I am also curious about what I will find next. Maybe getting lost is not so bad if you find something interesting on the way. I smile to myself and push the shopping cart forward. The adventure in the supermarket continues, and I am ready to face the next challenge. Maybe next time I will draw my own map before I come here. After walking through many aisles, I stop and look at my mom's shopping list again. I try to read the next word. Is it melon or melon something? Maybe it says better melon. I laugh because I do not know if such a thing even exists. I remember that I already put bitter melon in my shopping cart, but now I see big round watermelons in the fruit section. They look tasty and sweet. I wonder, did my mom mean watermelon? Or maybe she wants both. Shopping is not as easy as it looks. I decide to play it safe and put a watermelon in my cart. It is very heavy, and I struggle to lift it onto the cart. I look around to make sure nobody is watching me. My face turns red, but I smile. Maybe Mom will be happy if I bring home extra fruit. Next, I look for the vegetables. I see tomatoes, carrots, and broccoli. But I do not see anything that matches the strange word on my list. The handwriting is really hard to read. Sometimes the letters join together, and I cannot tell which word it is. I look for someone who can help. I see a supermarket worker with a friendly face. He is stacking vegetables on a shelf. I feel nervous, but I know I need to ask for help. I walk up to him and say, "Excuse me, sir. Can you help me?" He smiles and says, "Sure. What do you need?" I show him the shopping list and point to the difficult word. "Is this bitter melon or better melon?" I ask. He laughs a little and says, "It is bitter melon. You already have it in your cart." I feel a little embarrassed but also relieved. "Thank you," I say. I was confused by my mom's handwriting. He nods and says, "It happens a lot. Shopping lists can be very hard to read." I smile and thank him again before walking away. Now I need to find the next item on the list. It looks like sauce, but the last letters are messy. Maybe it is sauce or maybe Seuss. I remember we often buy ketchup and soy sauce at home, but which one should I pick? I decide to look for the sauce section. I push my cart and walk down the aisles. Soon, I find a long shelf full of bottles and jars. There are so many different kinds of sauces. Tomato sauce, chili sauce, mayonnaise, and many others that I do not know. I stand in front of the shelf for a long time, looking at all the choices. Some bottles are big, some are small. There are spicy sauces and sweet sauces. I start to feel confused again. Which one does my mom want? The list does not say the brand or the type. I try to remember what we have at home. Do we need ketchup or chili sauce? Or maybe soy sauce for cooking? I do not want to buy the wrong item. I look around and see another customer choosing sauces. Maybe I can ask for advice. I walk up to her and say, "Hi, can I ask you something?" She looks at me and smiles. I hold up my shopping list and point to the word. "Do you think this says ketchup or soy sauce?" She laughs and says, "It looks like ketchup to me." I feel a little better and thank her. I take a bottle of ketchup and put it in my cart. Shopping is much harder when you cannot read the list well. But asking for help really makes things easier. I am glad I tried. As I walk away, I hear the worker from before say to someone, "Sometimes kids help their parents by shopping, but the list is a mystery." I smile and feel a bit proud that I'm trying my best. Shopping alone is a new adventure for me. Before I leave the aisle, I check the list one more time. There are still many items left, and I do not know what all of them are, but now I feel a little more confident. If I get confused, I know I can always ask for help. Have you ever brought home the wrong item because you could not read the list? It can be funny but also a little embarrassing. I hope my mom will not be too surprised by my shopping choices today. I continue pushing my cart, ready for the next challenge. The supermarket is still big, but I am learning to find my way. Maybe I will become a shopping expert by the end of today's mission. After finding ketchup, I look at the shopping list again. There is another word that looks like sauce, but the rest is very hard to read. I wonder if my mom wants chili sauce, soy sauce, or maybe mayonnaise. There are so many types of sauces in the supermarket. I walk to the sauce aisle. The shelves are full of different brands and bottles. I see spicy sauce, sweet sauce, and even strange flavors I have never seen before. I pick up a bottle of chili sauce and read the label, but I am still not sure. There are so many choices that my head feels dizzy. Some bottles are red, some are yellow, and some are green. I remember that my mom likes soy sauce for cooking, but sometimes she buys mayonnaise for sandwiches. The shopping list does not help at all. I take out my phone and try to use Google to search for best sauce for home. But when I open the browser, I see there is no signal in this part of the supermarket. My internet is gone. I sigh and put my phone back in my pocket. I stand in the aisle for a long time, just looking at all the bottles. I do not want to make a mistake. Should I buy spicy sauce or sweet sauce? Should I pick the brand with a red label or the one with a green cap? Making a decision is really hard right now. Suddenly, I hear a child ask his mom, "Can we buy chili sauce?" The mom answers, "Not today, we already have it at home." I smile and think about my own family. At home, we usually have ketchup and soy sauce, but sometimes my brother asks for mayonnaise. I decide to take a chance. I grab 1 bottle of chili sauce and 1 bottle of soy sauce. I hope at least one of them is right. If both are wrong, maybe Mom will forgive me. Shopping is like a game of chance when you cannot read the list well. I start to walk away but then remember something funny. Once, my dad bought 5 bottles of mayonnaise by mistake because he thought we needed more. We ate mayonnaise with everything for a week. Shopping can really be confusing sometimes. Now I look at my cart. I have bitter melon, watermelon, ketchup, chili sauce, and soy sauce. That is a strange combination, but I feel a little proud. I am doing my best. I remember the question, are you on team mayonnaise or chili sauce? I think I am team chili sauce. It makes food taste exciting. But my brother is team mayonnaise. My mom likes soy sauce, and my dad eats everything. Every family has their own favorite sauce, I guess. What about you? Do you like chili sauce or mayonnaise? Before I leave the aisle, I see an old man looking for something on the shelf. He asks me, "Can you help me find the spicy sauce?" I smile and help him find the right bottle. He thanks me, and I feel happy. Helping others makes shopping more fun. I check the shopping list one more time. There are still a few words I cannot read, but I decide to keep going. If I make a mistake, at least I tried. The supermarket is still full of surprises, and I am ready to face the next adventure. As I walk to the next aisle, I feel a little more confident. I am learning how to make decisions, even if I am not always sure. Shopping alone is not easy, but it is teaching me a lot. I wonder what will happen next. The music in the supermarket changes to a happy song. I push my cart and smile. Maybe shopping is not so bad after all, even if the list is confusing and there are too many choices. I am starting to enjoy my mission. I continue shopping and check the list again. There are only a few things left to find. Suddenly, I hear a loud sound from the speakers above. "Attention shoppers," says a voice. It is the supermarket announcement. I stop and listen carefully. For a second, my heart beats faster. I think, are they calling my name? Did I do something wrong? I look around, hoping no one is looking at me. The voice continues, but it is only about a special offer on washing powder, not about me. I feel a little silly for panicking. My face feels hot, and I look down at my cart, pretending to be busy. I push my cart slowly and try to act normal. Has this ever happened to you? Sometimes announcements can be scary when you do not expect them. As I move to the next aisle, I notice other people do not care about the announcement at all. Some are busy looking for items, and others are talking with their friends. I realize that I am probably the only one who feels nervous about it. I hear the announcement again. This time, the voice says, "Customer service is on aisle 5. I wonder what kind of problems people have in supermarkets. Maybe someone lost their wallet or cannot find a product. I hope I do not have any problems today. I remember the vocabulary word announcement. It means a message given to all customers in the store. The voice says attention to make people listen. There is also customer service, which is a place to ask for help or solve problems in the supermarket. After the announcement, I feel a bit more relaxed. I look at the shelves and try to focus on the shopping list again. But my mind still thinks about the loud voice. I hope I will not hear my name on the speakers because that would be really embarrassing. I see a group of kids laughing near the snacks. Maybe they are talking about the announcement too. I want to join them, but I remember my mission. I need to find the last few items and go home before Mom wonders where I am. I walk to another aisle and see a worker with a walkie-talkie. He is talking with someone about missing products. I realize that supermarkets are busy places, and sometimes people really do get lost or need help. Maybe I am not the only one feeling confused here. As I keep shopping, I remember a funny story. Once, my cousin got lost in a supermarket. They called her name on the speakers, and everyone looked at her when she went to customer service. She was so embarrassed. I hope that never happens to me. I check my cart and count the items. Bitter melon, watermelon, ketchup, chili sauce, and soy sauce. I wonder if I need anything else. I look at the list again, but some words are still a mystery. Shopping is a real adventure. I decide to walk slowly and enjoy the rest of my time here. I see people with full carts, some with just a few items. There are families, students, and even old people shopping alone. Supermarkets really are places where everyone comes together. Before I leave the aisle, I hear the announcement one more time. Now I just smile and keep going. It does not scare me anymore. I feel braver than before. Sometimes small things can make us nervous, but we can learn to handle them. Have you ever been embarrassed in a supermarket because of an announcement? It can be funny when you think about it later. Now I feel ready for whatever happens next. My shopping adventure is not finished yet. As I turn into a new aisle, I almost bump into a small boy. He looks lost and is holding a toy car in his hand. He looks up at me with big eyes and says, "Excuse me, can you help me?" I can't find my mom. I feel surprised but also happy that someone needs my help. I smile at him and say, "Sure, let's find your mom together." He nods and follows me with his tiny steps. His name is Dino. He tells me he knows the supermarket better than I do. That makes me laugh. Maybe he can also help me with my shopping list. Dino leads the way. He shows me the fastest route to the vegetable aisle. You have to turn left at the drinks and then right at the cleaning supplies, he says. I am amazed. Dino remembers every corner of the supermarket. He is a better guide than me. We walk together and push our carts. Dino has a small basket, and I have my big shopping cart. He tells me funny stories about the supermarket. Once, he and his dad raced with their carts, and his dad lost because he got stuck in the snack aisle. Dino says, "Do you want to race to the next aisle?" I laugh and say, "Okay, but let's be careful." We count to 3 and start moving our carts quickly. Other shoppers look at us and smile. It feels good to have a new friend in the supermarket. We stop at the drinks aisle and catch our breath. Dino points at my shopping cart and asks, "Why do you have so many sauces?" I explain about my mom's hard-to-read list. He laughs and says his mom writes very small too. It's like reading secret messages, he says. Now I decide to help Dino find his mom. We look around every aisle together. I tell him, if you ever get lost, you can go to customer service. They will help you. Dino nods, but he says he wants to find her by himself first, just like a little detective. As we search, we ask people if they have seen Dino's mom. Most people shake their heads, but one kind lady says, "I think she went to the bread section." We thank her and hurry to the bread aisle, hoping to find Dino's mom waiting there. Finally, we see a woman looking around with worry. Dino runs to her and shouts, "Mom!" She hugs him and looks very happy. She thanks me for helping her son. I feel proud that I could help someone today. Being lost is scary, but teamwork makes it easier. Dino's mom says, "Thank you for taking care of Dino." I smile and say, "He helped me too." He knows the supermarket better than I do. We all laugh. Dino gives me a high five and wishes me good luck with the rest of my shopping adventure. Now I feel less alone. Making a new friend in the supermarket makes everything better. Have you ever helped someone who was lost? Sometimes helping others helps us feel brave too. I say goodbye to Dino and continue my shopping with new energy. I push my cart and think about my adventure with Dino. Maybe getting lost is not so bad if you find a friend on the way. The supermarket feels smaller and friendlier now. I am ready for the next challenge, whatever it may be. I look at my shopping list and smile. I still do not know all the words, but I am not afraid to ask for help or make new friends. Shopping is more fun when you work as a team. Maybe I will see Dino again next time. As I walk through the next aisle, I notice there are so many interesting people in the supermarket. It feels like a jungle, but instead of animals, there are different types of shoppers everywhere. Each person seems to have their own special way of shopping. I see a group of mothers talking loudly near the discount shelf. They look very serious while checking prices and searching for the best deals. They hold many coupons and study every product carefully. They are like expert hunters looking for treasure. Nearby, I see a man holding a stack of coupons in his hand. He looks like a professional. He moves quickly from shelf to shelf, finding the items with the biggest discounts. I think he knows all the supermarket secrets. Maybe he even dreams about sales at night. At the end of the snack aisle, a group of teenagers are laughing and taking pictures with their phones. They are searching for the latest viral snacks to try. This one is famous on TikTok, says one girl. Everyone is excited to find something new and popular. I hear people speaking many different languages. It sounds like alien language to me because I do not understand all the words. Some shoppers are experts in finding the best products. They talk about brands, nutrition, and even the history of certain snacks. One old lady stands near the fruit section. She looks at every apple, turning them over and smelling each one. She knows which apples are the sweetest just by looking. She is a true fruit expert. I want to be as smart as her one day. I push my cart past a father and his daughter. The father is teaching her how to read prices and choose good vegetables. She listens carefully and asks many questions. It is nice to see families learning together in the supermarket. The man with the coupons walks by me and smiles. He says, "Don't forget to check for discounts." I smile back and thank him. Maybe next time I will try to collect coupons too. Saving money is a good skill to have. As I reach the frozen food aisle, I hear two friends talking about new ice cream flavors. Have you ever tried the purple one? One of them asks. The other laughs and says, "No, but I want to." The supermarket is full of people with different tastes and ideas. I realize that shopping is not just about buying food. It is about learning from others and discovering new things. I feel like I am on a special adventure with all these supermarket wildlife around me. Everyone has their own story. I remember some of the new vocabulary words I heard today. Discount, coupon, viral, expert, over here. It is funny how you can learn so much just by listening and watching people in a busy place like this. I overhear a lady telling her friend, "If you buy two, you get one free." They both smile and put extra items in their cart. Shopping with friends or family makes the experience more fun and less stressful. Maybe I should bring a friend next time. The supermarket is not as scary as it was when I first arrived. Now, I feel more comfortable. I am even starting to enjoy the noise and the people. Everyone is here for their own reason, but we all share the same space. Before I leave the aisle, I see a small sign for a new snack. It says, "Try me. I'm famous online." I smile and put it in my cart. Maybe I will be the next viral shopper too. The adventure continues, and I am excited for what comes next. Finally, I look at my cart. It is full of strange and interesting things. Bitter melon, watermelon, ketchup, chili sauce, soy sauce, and some snacks. I check the shopping list again, hoping I did not forget anything. Now it is time to go to the cashier. The line at the cashier is long. Many people are waiting with their carts and baskets. Some look tired, others are talking to their friends. I wait my turn, trying not to be nervous. I wonder if the cashier will notice the strange mix of things in my cart. When it is my turn, I say hello to the cashier. She smiles and starts to scan the items. The scanner makes a beep sound every time she scans something. I watch the receipt slowly grow longer. I hope I have enough money to pay for everything. Suddenly, the cashier stops and looks at one of my items. She says, "This barcode is not working." She tries to scan it again, but it still does not work. She calls for help, and another worker comes over with a small computer. I feel a little embarrassed. The worker tries to enter the code by hand. I look around and hope the line does not get angry at me. After a minute, the item finally scans and the cashier says, "It's okay now." I breathe a sigh of relief and thank her for the help. Then, the cashier looks at my cart and says, "Did you buy a giant broccoli plushie? I am surprised." I did not buy any plushie. She shows me the receipt and I see giant broccoli plushie written there. I start to laugh. Maybe there was a mistake when scanning. The cashier smiles and says, "Sometimes the system makes funny mistakes." She removes the plushie from my bill and gives me the new total price. I am glad I did not have to pay for something I did not buy. Shopping can be full of surprises. I remembered the new vocabulary I learned: cashier, receipt, barcode, scan, total price. Now I know more about how supermarkets work. Sometimes things can go wrong at the checkout, but if you stay calm, everything will be fine in the end. I take my bag and look at the long receipt. It feels like a trophy after a big adventure. Shopping alone is not as easy as I thought, but it can also be fun. I feel a little more grown up after today's experience. Have you ever had a problem at the cashier, like a wrong scan or a long wait? It can be funny later, but sometimes it feels stressful at the moment. Next time, maybe I will check my items twice before I get in line. I thank the cashier and move to the side to pack my groceries. Some people are still waiting in line. I try to be quick so I do not block the way. I check my wallet and get ready to pay for everything. I feel proud that I made it this far. Before I leave, I wave goodbye to the cashier. She waves back and says, "Have a nice day." I smile and walk toward the exit, happy that the hardest part is over. Or so I think, because soon I will face another little problem. As I get ready to pay, I put my bag on the counter and reach into my pocket for my wallet. My hand touches nothing. I check the other pocket. Still nothing. My heart starts to beat faster. Did I lose my wallet somewhere in the supermarket? I start to feel a little panic. I look inside my backpack. There are only some old receipts, a pen, and a pack of tissues. No wallet. I take a deep breath and try to remember where I last saw it. Maybe I left it in the cart or dropped it on the floor. I look around at the people behind me. Some look curious, some a little impatient. I try to stay calm and not make a big scene. I open every zipper in my bag and check all my pockets again. I even shake my bag upside down, just in case. Suddenly, I remember. This morning, I put my wallet in the back pocket of my jeans. I reach there quickly, and yes, my wallet is there. I feel so relieved. My face turns red because I feel a bit silly, but I am also very happy to find it. I laugh a little and say, "Sorry" to the cashier for taking so long. She smiles and says, "It's okay, it happens all the time." I pay for my groceries and get my change. Now I know how important it is to check my pockets before I go shopping. Have you ever lost your wallet, even for just a moment? It can be a scary feeling, but sometimes the answer is simple. Often, the wallet is just hiding in a pocket or under something in your bag. Next time, I will remember to look carefully first. After paying, I pack my groceries into bags. I check my wallet one more time to make sure I really have it. I put it safely into the front pocket of my jacket where I can feel it all the time. Now I can finally relax and leave the supermarket. Before I go, I look at the shopping list again. I want to make sure I bought everything my mom asked for. Shopping has been a real adventure, full of small problems and funny moments. I feel proud that I solved them all by myself. I walk toward the exit, feeling a little older and a lot wiser. Today, I learned to always check my wallet, my pockets, and my bag before paying at the cashier. It is a good lesson for everyone who shops alone for the first time. I walk out of the supermarket feeling proud. The shopping trip was full of surprises, but I finished it on my own. My bags feel heavy, but my heart feels light. I think about how my mom will be happy when she sees all the groceries I bought today. Before I go home, I sit on a bench near the exit and look at the shopping list one more time. I want to make sure I did not forget anything. I read each item and check my bags. Bitter melon, watermelon, ketchup, chili sauce, soy sauce, and snacks all present. Suddenly, I notice there is one last word on the list. The handwriting is really bad, but after a moment, I understand it says, eggs. My eyes open wide. I forgot to buy eggs. How did I miss the most important thing? I laugh and shake my head. I stand up quickly and look back at the supermarket doors. I do not want to go in again, but I know I have to. My mom really needs eggs for tomorrow's breakfast. I take a deep breath, grab my bags, and walk back inside. The adventure is not over yet. The security guard at the entrance smiles at me. I think he remembers my face. Maybe he knows I'm the kid who got lost and raced with Dino. I feel a little shy, but also a bit like a real shopper now. Everyone has to forget something at least once. I rush to the dairy section and grab a box of eggs. This time, I know exactly where to go. I feel more confident and faster than before. When I reach the cashier, she recognizes me and says, "Welcome back." I smile and pay for the eggs. After paying, I put the eggs carefully in my bag. I look at the shopping list and smile. Now the mission is truly complete. I walk out of the supermarket, ready to go home and tell my mom about my crazy shopping adventure today. On the way home, I think about everything I learned. I learned to ask for help, not to panic when things go wrong, and to always double-check the shopping list before leaving the store. Shopping alone is not as easy as I thought, but it can be fun. When I get home, my mom opens the door and looks at all the groceries. She laughs when she sees the strange mix of things in my bags. "Did you get everything?" she asks. I nod and show her the eggs with a big smile. She hugs me and says, "Good job." I tell my mom about getting lost meeting Dino and helping an old man find his favorite sauce. She laughs and says, "It sounds like you had a real adventure." I feel happy to share my story, even the silly and embarrassing moments. Have you ever forgotten something important when shopping? Maybe you had to go back into the store, just like me. It can be a little annoying, but it is also a good way to learn and become better next time. Shopping teaches us more than we realize. As I put away the groceries, I make a promise to myself. Next time, I will read the list carefully and check every item before I go to the cashier. Maybe I will even try shopping online. But I think I will miss all the funny moments in the supermarket. Now I am not afraid to shop alone. I know how to find my way, ask for help, and solve problems. My first big shopping mission was not perfect, but it was a great adventure. I feel ready for my next challenge, whatever it may be.